What's your take on Bob Proctor? Okay, so Bob Proctor, to me, he's a living legend. I met him about 6 years ago. Him and Jack Canfield. Anyways, Bob Proctor, he was in The Secret, but before he was in The Secret, he's been around for a long time. He was back in the day with Ziglar and all those cats, man. So he's one of the ambassadors or one of the grandfathers of this whole personal development movement. He's a treasure. He was back in the day with Jim Rohn, all those guys, back with Dennis Waitley. He was back there with Nightingale. You know, so Bob Proctor, he's a treasure, and I have a lot of respect for him. He's still out here doing this work, man. You know, Les Brown looked up to him. A lot of cats looked up to him. Brian Tracy. This is all before all those guys. Before Tony Robbins. I mean, Tony Robbins' mentor,
Jim Rohn,
was friends with Bob Proctor. So that shows you how far back it goes. You know, so yeah, so Bob Proctor, he was back there with Leo Buscali way back in the day, man. So yeah, Bob Proctor, he's still here, man. He's still doing it. So that's my take on Bob Proctor, and I'm gonna give it over to Evan.
Bob's a fellow Canadian, which is always great. Canada in the house. My favorite thing about Bob Proctor is the just determination to keep going, right?
Yeah.
He's been doing this for so many years, and he just keeps on doing. One of the things that really helps, so we've done a whole bunch of videos on Bob, but one of the rules, my favorite one was I don't know how old he is. He's probably in his 80s. I mean, I don't know how old
he is. Yeah, he's up there, yeah.
And he said, I don't feel like I'm 80 because I don't hang around other 80-year-olds. You know, back to our comment about, you know, environment and the importance of that. He doesn't hang around other 80-year-olds. He hangs around 30-year-olds, so he feels like he's 30. If you think about most 80-year-olds, they're not doing what Bob's doing. They're not doing speaking tours. They don't have the energy. Actually, this is great. This is from Ben Hardy, I think. And his personality isn't permanent, where he took seniors. I don't think it was him who took them, but it was like a study done where they took seniors and they recreated. Drew probably knows the details more. I'm going to flub all of them, but they recreated a home from like the 60s or 70s, and they had them in that home. So it felt like the furniture was from the 70s, the TV shows are from the 70s, and they went and then lived in that home. I'm gonna die. Am I gonna die? Oh, I died. Sadness with a big wave. And so it felt like they were, 40 years younger, and they ended up actually feeling younger. A lot of their health issues went away. They had a lot more energy. It was the same person, but just back in the feeling of being younger. So they actually were younger. So I love that kind of stuff. And so I love that thing. I love that message from Bob of, hey, you need to constantly be around the people who are in the right energy, in the right zone, the right environment. Hanging around young people will make you feel younger. So I love that about Bob. And that's good. That's some good aspirations.
And in July, he will be 87 in July.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's, like I said, man, he's one of the first guys, when I started studying this stuff many, many years ago. He's one of the first. You Were Born to Be Rich. I mean, that black and white book that red and white book he put together. You Were Born to Be, yeah. He's a cool guy, man. Cool guy. I really like him. He's a really good guy.